Jacksonville Jaguars fans, welcome into Duval Daily presented by GinJag.com. I'm Jordan DeLuga. Thanks so much for being here Wednesday, October 15th. And right now we're talking about your Jacksonville Jaguars. Their pass rush over the last couple weeks hasn't been quite as impressive as maybe some had hoped, as certainly as the Jaguars had hoped. They're still 1-1, and the defense overall, I mean, it's playing well. It's playing really well. The Seahawks, it was a few shot plays that changed this game, really. And I say a few. It was really two. Two shot plays that really kind of changed this game and made it out of reach for the Jaguars. Even though the Jaguars' offensive line was kind of getting beat up, the Jags still had every opportunity to win this football game. With a little bit more pass rush, yes, they probably could have had more success. The Seahawks scored their 20 points within, the first drive of the third quarter. Like, they didn't score after that. So scoring 20 points at the very beginning of the third quarter, that part is a little difficult. It's kind of a lot of points. But then they shut it down after that. They made a key adjustment. The Jaguars defense did. And we're going to just kind of dive into where I think the Jaguars pass rush is at and what the solutions are for the Jags. So really appreciate y'all being here. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. You can also check out ginjag.com/shop. Pick up some new Duval gear like the hat I'm wearing right now. Also, want to give a big shout out to Aaron Berkshire, the GOAT of Jacksonville Jaguars photography, good buddy of mine, helping out, providing some thumbnails for the YouTube videos for us. So make sure to go show him some love on Instagram, Twitter, whatever it may be. Aaron Berkshire, shout out to you, brother. Really appreciate the help. So, taking a look at the Jaguars pass rush, specifically against the Seahawks in the first half and on the first drive of the third quarter, again, which is where all the Seahawks points came, 20 points. They were trying to rush with 4. And, a lot of people talking about Josh Hines-Allen too. Where's Josh Hines-Allen? He was horrible against the Seahawks. He was not horrible against the Seahawks. And I think that he should have been credited for at least one pressure. I know PFF did not credit him for a pressure. I think he did pressure Sam Darnold on a rollout, forced him to take off with the football. But yeah, you can complain about not having the sacks. If you actually watch the games, weeks 1 through 5, I thought he was highly impactful, especially weeks 1 through 4. Week 5 against the Chiefs gave him a lot of extra attention. And they tried to take him out of the game plan because they didn't have to worry about Trayvon Walker. So say, hey, we're going to take away your best guy. That's going to be good enough. He still got 3 pressures. He still had an impact on the game. He was still a really good run defender, which he has been every single week this year. In the first half, essentially, the Seahawks just did not give him opportunities to win one-on-ones. I think he had 2 opportunities to win a one-on-one in a legitimate pass rushing situation against the Seahawks in the first half. Which is crazy, right? You're like, well, how are they doing this? Screen game, they ran a lot of screens. They chipped him, double-teamed him a lot. One play, they double-teamed him with 2 tight ends. It was like, okay, here's this guy. And then it's like, as soon as you get past him, another one's waiting for you. So it's like, there's just nowhere to go unless you just hit like crazy timing moves. And still, it's just difficult to deal with. Then you see him getting chipped by Elijah Arroyo, and then Charles Cross is there. On the 2 pass rush reps that I can recall in the first half, legitimate pass rush reps, you have one-on-one with Charles Cross, defensive right side, offensive left side, and Josh Hines-Allen is trying to beat him on the outside arc. Again, this is the 4th drive of the game already, and this is the first legitimate pass rush opportunity. So he's trying to win on the outside arc. I think he tries to hit a little cross chop, doesn't land at all. Cross just kind of washes him. Darnold gets rid of the football. On the second one, he's lined up on the defensive left side, offensive right side. He tries to bull rush Abraham Lucas. He's getting him some push in the backfield, but Darnold gets rid of it too quickly. And credit to Darnold, too. he was willing to take what was there. He was willing to get rid of the ball quickly. But again, a lot of that was also screens they were dialing up. They were running to the opposite side of the field on almost every single run play. They were running to the opposite side of the field of Josh Hines-Allen. There's not much you can do about that. And when they weren't, he was usually making a play. I think he had one missed tackle against Kenneth Walker, which was a difficult tackle in space for a player that's normally up on the line of scrimmage or in the backfield. So, you'd like to see him make that tackle, but he didn't. They were either quick game / screen or running the ball to the opposite side of the field or max protect, double teaming, chipping, etc. So they effectively said, you are not going to rush the passer against us with 4. And finally, in the third quarter, Anthony Campanile started trying to blitz a little bit more. And the blitz started getting home, and the Seahawks couldn't move the ball. Seahawks couldn't score. They didn't score again, right? They didn't score again after that early third quarter touchdown. And overall, allowing 20 points in a game, the Jaguars defense gave the offense every opportunity they needed to win this football game, and the offense couldn't do it for a number of reasons. So I look at this game as kind of like an aberration, a game where it's like Anthony Campanile, I think he knows what he has to do now if that situation arises again and can get to it quicker. You also have the fact that, the last 2 games, Kansas City Chiefs game and Seattle Seahawks, you didn't have Trayvon Walker in one of them. And against the Chiefs, he didn't play. And then against the Seahawks, he didn't play a lot. He played 12 pass rush snaps, 16 total snaps. I mean, that's tough to deal with. So over the last 3 weeks, you've had a total of 28 snaps for Trayvon Walker, 19 pass rush snaps. They need Trayvon Walker out there, and they need him to be able to play. I thought he played well when he was out there, to be honest with you, against the Seahawks, but just wasn't out there a whole lot. They need to get him back playing a full allotment of snaps, and I'm not saying they need to rush him back and play him more than he's capable of playing right now, dealing with the wrist injury, but for this defense to optimally function with a 4-man pass rush, they need Trayvon. 100%. Then you also have the fact that, you don't have a dominant interior pass rusher right now. Eric Armstead, I think, is doing a good job. He has a half a sack or a sack in 3 out of the last 4 games. He is generating pressure. He's doing a good job. As your, rotational guys, Emmanuel Ogbah and DeJuan Smoot, probably not doing quite as much as you would hope, but they're not horrible. Mason Smith only has 61 pass rush reps this year. He's kind of making the most out of them. I don't think that they trust him to be an effective gap plugger or run stuffer right now consistently, which is why he's not on the field more, which is why Devon Hamilton is out-snapping him fairly significantly. Devon Hamilton has 101 pass rush reps and only 5 pressures. So, right there you can look at when you have Devon Hamilton out there as a pass rush player, it's not been great. Can certainly point to that a little bit. I also think you can point to the fact that they haven't been able to cover wide receiver ones. And when a quarterback knows he can just throw the ball to his wide receiver one, that's a problem. Now, the Chiefs didn't really have their wide receiver one against the Jags. They still kind of moved the ball at will quite a bit, but we talked about that. Jackson Smith and Jigba could not be covered by Buster Brown. Jamar Chase could not be covered by anyone. Tyson, Jarian, whatever. You've seen it with Nico's had some success against them. Travis Hunter needs to to spend more time against opposing wide receiver ones, I have to say. I think that that's the case. And that will help the pass rush as well. And, if you need to blitz because a team is running max protect or getting the ball out quickly, obviously you have to decipher when to do that. It's difficult to figure that out sometimes because they're trying to trick you as well. Everybody gets paid, but, Anthony Campanile, to me, this was the first game where, again, through the first half and then into the beginning of the third quarter, he was just kind of getting outmatched from a coaching standpoint. And again, difficult to overcome when you don't feel like you can cover the opposing wide receiver one, but I think Greg Newsome can help with that. They put him out there really quickly, and it was in a bad spot. Outside leverage, cover 4 quarters. Andrew Wingard isn't there to help out on the inside leverage. Gets baited up into a play action. These things happen. Sucks for Greg Newsome, obviously. First play out there. But overall, when Trayvon's back, I'm not really worried about the pass rush. When Trayvon's back, I'm not really worried about the pass rush. And if you want to take it from a unit where I'm saying I'm not worried about it to a unit where I'm like, okay, this unit can absolutely get it. Yeah, go trade for somebody, which that's the rumor. That's what everyone's talking about. The Jaguars clearing cap space, opening up cap space. Ian Rappaport, Mike Garafolo reporting that they might not be done trading and they could be looking for defensive line help. So yeah, going and trading for someone who can help you rush the passer. Sure. Absolutely. I think Campanile wants to rush 4. He wants to sim pressure. And again, sim pressure is where you're still rushing 4, but you don't know where it's coming from exactly. There could be 6 guys at the line of scrimmage, 2 of them drop out, 4 of them rush, right? You don't know where it's coming from exactly. I think he's definitely wanting to live that way, but I think he would like to rush 4 and drop 7. And if he could do that, I think the Jaguars would be in a much better situation. He hasn't been able to do that. Couldn't do it against the Seahawks because they said you're not going to affect the quarterback with 4 because it's either going to be a quick game, it's going to be running the ball, it's going to be screens, or it's going to be max protect. And you're just not going to beat us with 4 against 7 people to pass block. Just not going to do it. So there's some things they have to make sure that they're on top of X's and O's wise schematically. I think Greg Newsome's presence can help. I think playing Travis Hunter more than 22 snaps on the defensive side of the ball can help. I would like to see him matched up. We don't know about Puka yet. The initial reporting was that he would not probably play this weekend, and that might still be the case, but Sean McVay tried to make it seem like there's more of a chance, like he is traveling with the team. It looks like they're not traveling until Friday night. They're in Baltimore right now after they played the Ravens. I think the Jaguars have an opportunity against the Rams pass rush, but obviously getting to Matthew Stafford never easy. But you need more Trayvon. If they're trying to max protect, you need a different plan. And you need better coverage. Like the big plays were just designer against the Seahawks. They were just designer play action, max protect shots. So you got to be more disciplined on the back end in coverage. I think particularly in this one, Dewey. But he wasn't the only one that bit up on some stuff. You saw some linebackers biting up on some stuff. I saw all 3 linebackers not be able to get back quick enough as the way they should. Devin, which actually it wasn't Devin. It was Foye. Oh, no, it was Devin in the first half. Sorry. Yeah, Devin played early and then didn't play late. Yeah, Devin had a play where he jumped up. Foye had a play where he jumped up. Gardeck, same thing. Dewey. So, yeah, those guys have to play more disciplined with their eyes, not bite up so hard, which again makes it more difficult to stop the run, but you have to be disciplined. So that's where I'm at. I'm not in panic mode about the Jaguars pass rush in any way, shape, or form. I would like to see them go add a piece, and who knows what that piece could be. Anything from a superstar interior defensive lineman to an ascending young player to a veteran like Calais or Malik Collins or somebody. I think everything's on the table potentially, and it's just like what's going to end up making the most sense for the Jaguars in James Gladstone's mind. All three different categories there, like superstar, ascending young player, veteran who knows how to rush the passer. Any one of those could really help the Jags, in my opinion. So we'll see how it plays out. I'm not panic mode, but I am. Yeah, you'd like to have a little bit more help, and you'd like to have a healthy Trayvon Walker. And if you can get a little bit more help and a healthy Trayvon Walker, I think you could have a really good pass rush. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Y'all have a good one.